We're taking a look back on Khans of Tarkir's story and what happened in the first time we went to Tarkir. Continuing on, we're on Fate Reforged. Now, Fate Reforged is the second set in the Tarkir block that happened back when we had blocks where we had 3 sets for a block, and this was the second set and the second part of the story of the Khans of Tarkir storyline. Now, yesterday when we ended the story, we had Sarkhan, who had just walked into the Ugin's Nexus and time traveled. We got time travel going on. He traveled back about 1,200 years. Now, back when the present Narset had just died. And present day in Tarkir, there are no dragons. There's just skeletons everywhere. But 1,200 years in the past, Sarkhan walks out and we got Atarka absolutely roasting someone. This right here, this is what Sarkhan sees instantly, and he says, what is happened? And he also notices that voice that he had in his head is gone. And he's really upset about it because it'd be really nice to have someone giving him directions right now. Next up, this person runs up and fights off Atarka and her broodlings, and Sarkhan meets her, and it turns out it is Yasova Dragonclaw, the Khan of the Temur clan. Sarkhan ambushes her and starts talking to her then, and she gets really mad because his name is Sarkhan, which for them means the Great Khan. So he finds out that she's making markings and for Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas is doing some kind of workings right there. Sarkhan realizes something's wrong. He turns into a dragon and bounces out. Sarkhan arrives just in time to see the big titanic battle between Nicol Bolas and Ugin happening right where Sarkhan found Ugin's bones, which means this isn't going to go well for Ugin right now. Yasova does some crazy mind control magic and gets all the dragons to attack Ugin. And this includes Sarkhan. Sarkhan turns back into a human so he's not controlled by the mind magic and lands in time to see Ugin, who is dying. Now, Sarkhan, if you remember, he had this hedron with him, which was given to him by Ugin a long time ago. Sarkhan starts using this hedron that he had with him for some reason, and it starts forming a cocoon and starts regenerating and healing Ugin's body, therefore altering the course of history. What we get next is a little bit of vignettes talking about what the different Khans do, making alliances with the dragons, and eventually setting up a rule for the dragons on Tarkir as opposed to what originally happened. What originally happened is because Ugin died, the Dragon Tempest stopped spawning dragons and the dragons were hunted to extinction. But now, these dragons are free to roam on Tarkir and have completely changed the entire layout of Tarkir as we know it. And the story continues with Dragons of Tarkir.